Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Naete ha ha. Peace to your mind. Nete peace to your heart. Nese peace to your life. Who am I sitting in this chair? A woman, a man, sometimes young, sometimes we feel our bones so old. Who am I sitting in this chair? Sometimes the hair is so black, sometimes so green, sometimes so white and brown. Who am I sitting in this chair? I have thought so many thoughts. And what has it done for me? I have traveled for thousands and thousands of miles with my beautiful imagination, and where has it taken me? So many years we have found ourselves not only aging, but wandering and seeking, resting and sleeping. And sometimes we find ourselves, our mouths so full of thirst, but thirst of what? Is it thirst for water or beer or juice or tea or coffee? Or is it a thirst to know? To know what's inside, to know what's far above us. What is it to know? Is it to know why we have walked all the steps and all the kilometers that we have walked in our given life? Is it to know that there is a world inside of us, hoping it's like a little fairy tale book, beautiful pictures and illustrations and very simple words that are as bright as the sun? Do we find just blood and liquids and bones and a beating heart? Do the imaginations belong to the ones that write the books? Do the imagination belong to those who make the comics? Does the imagination belong only really to our face that can tell so many stories in a given moment? Who are we sitting in this chair? How quickly we can travel from country to country, across seas, so many seas in a given day. And yet no matter where we sit, we can always say, no doubt, I am the same person sitting in this chair. Let it be in the North Pole, in the equator, or maybe just in my simple room, in my heart. And who am I sitting in this chair? Is it for you to tell me, is it a book? Does it belong to some definition? Is it the result of all the actions that I've ever done? Who am I sitting in this chair? Is it the words that I speak? Or is it how I touch my children? Or is it how I literally touch the strangers that I do not even know their names? Is it how I touch the trees and my pens and pencils? Is it how I touch my shoes? Is it how I put on my socks? Is it how I look at myself in the mirror? Who am I sitting in this chair? And even at the age of 50, we never stop growing. Sometimes we grow a little bit out, maybe to the west and maybe to the east. But yet no day is the same. As the trees, no matter what season, no day is the same on this given planet. And when the water is still, there's no more movement. When the rivers stop flowing, when there's no more rain, no more snow, when there's no more wind, when there's no more breath, all of a sudden life seems to disappear. To take one breath after the other, to allow the thoughts never to stop them to flowing, not to hold on to that heart and grab it and stop it from beating in our chest, and hoping that the doors will never stop to be opened, and the windows too. For the continuous wind that we find ourselves in our minds, the continuous winds that flow in and out of our lungs. And sometimes we can even sense the coolness. Maybe it was the thoughts we had inside. Maybe it was the fresh air of our feelings inside that gave us a fresh breath. Who am I sitting in this chair? That in a moment's notice I can love you and then hate you so. Who am I sitting in this chair? How easily we can turn our heads away and not to look at you anymore. Who am I sitting in this chair that has given us two beautiful eyes, not only to scan beautiful pictures and words and books and magazines and even movies on screen too, but all the pictures these beautiful eyes have taken. And all the things that we have seen that hurt so much. And yet all the beautiful little flowers that we have seen, even the little worms and birds that fly above. Who are we sitting in this chair? That sometimes we can find ourselves so alone, and we wonder why. When there are billions and billions of suns and stars above our head. When we have a planet, such a beautiful planet, a great diversity of life, and millions of species, and yet we are just one of many. And yet we can find ourselves so alone in our thoughts. No phone calls, no landlines, no mailman, not even birds or little bees bouncing on the window to get our attention so. And yet we have a beautiful planet that never stops, going around and around and around and around and around and around. And yet how the seasons come and go, like waking up in the early morning and our eyes so heavy, wondering what world have we found ourselves in. Who are we sitting in this chair? And sometimes we find ourselves so alone. And maybe it is my kidney, maybe it's my spleen. Maybe it's a part of my brain that somehow has not turned on the light yet. You see, it is us that literally has to ask these questions of ourselves, without expecting any answers. Look how many answers we have received in our given lifetime. Has it really made us any happier? Look at the new automobiles and cell phones, the new styles of clothes. Look at the vast amount of information that we have received in our given lifetime, and you compare this to those that 100 years ago today, we have millions and millions of answers inside our head, not only about the stars, not only about our galaxy, but about the molecules of water and actually this atmosphere and the great diversity that we are walking and living with on this planet. We have received so many beautiful answers off the internet and newspapers, and even friends chatting across a fence. There's so many answers in so many different books and categories and subject matters that we don't have enough time to actually read. And yet, how easily we can find ourselves being hurt and disappointed, and we can wonder why. We have literally stopped asking the most beautiful, the most simple, the most innocent questions that children actually ask. And they're forced to keep their mouths shut because they have to join a society to contribute to the taxes and to keep the economy running. Not only for pensions and social securities, but the beautiful, beautiful color of mind that can paint with so many colors of the rainbow, and even more so. To ask very, very simple, profound questions. Who in the world am I? Without expecting any answers. You see, every time we ask about ourselves inside, we dig a little bit deeper, centimeter by centimeter, millimeter by millimeter. And yet, as long as it takes to dig to the center of this earth, pretty much for us too. It took us, what would you say, 13 years for us to be a teenager. 13 years. That's a lifetime to that little one. That's a lifetime. And yet we expect to be enlightened, to be happy, to be joy, to be knowledgeable, to have wisdom. Just because there are a few blank spaces, just because there are a few bricks missing, just because the bridges have not yet been built. It took our universe almost 15 billion years for us to have a lifetime in one given lifetime. Look how long it took. And to wait on the queue, wait in the line, to wait in the traffic, to get into the movie house. We have literally forgotten really what is it to really wait, and the beauty of waiting without expecting. And this is the way, the key to get inside of us. Did you have to wait to be conceived? Did you have to wait to leave the womb of your mother? All these were surprises, as it is our life today. It is a surprise. We don't have to wait for Christmas or even your birthday, or even the special birthday of passing your 20s or your 30s or your 50s, or even your 50s or 60s or 70s, or even your 80s or 90s. And do you have to wait to pass the surprise of over 100? For we are a surprise unto ourselves in a universe that is a surprise. It is the weight of the economy that holds us down. And when we identify ourselves with the economy, so complex it is, how easy it is for us to be alone. We stop going outside looking to see what insects are outside. Who are our neighbors? Do you know the neighbors of your birds that fly in your area? And not just the animals and dogs and cats. Do you know the neighbors of your trees and bushes too? And even what lies below. Do you know the stars above? And you know where the moon rests? And do you know where this planet is headed to? Do you know that your heart is beating? You don't have to wait to go to a physician and a doctor to put a stethoscope on your heart to tell you, yes, your heart is still beating. But how we pay so much attention to thoughts that we try to put down on paper before they escape from us, to thoughts we have no idea what the next thought is going to be, hoping that it's bright and good and cheerful, but we never know what it's going to be. But when we can consciously know, build up the presence to really know, to actually hear our beating heart without a stethoscope. How can one be alone? For this heart beats with the heartbeat of this earth. Your heart. your heart. Your mind and your thoughts, so clever it can be. How we can fool people and cheat people and even love people with our clever thoughts. But your thoughts, they have no blood in it. None. The blood lies underneath your skin. It is literally how you touch this world. With your eyes as well as your hands, as well as your feet. And you will see one day you will never, never alone. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho. Naete ha ha. Peace to your mind. Nete. Peace to your heart. Sine. Peace to your life. We were conceived, literally conceived, only with our minds, our hearts, and our life. And we came into this world only with our minds, our hearts, and our life. And we go into our dreams only with our minds, our hearts, and our life. And we pass away only with our mind, our heart, and our life. And what do we do with it? Let's fire dance. There are some heads in the way, and it would be good if the person there's a head in front of you, and it's the back of a head. Anyway, move your seat so you don't have to look at a head, that you have a clear view. We're okay? Yeah, so please move your chair so there's no head in the way. Yeah. It is more important, it is really more important that you notice who is behind you. It is more important that you are concerned that the person can see who is behind you. And it is your responsibility to make sure that that person can see, even if you have to lose your seat. It's far, far too easy just to take a seat and say, I am here. But why behind us? I sat here first. Why be concerned? I sat here first. I wonder who the first human being was. I wonder who and what was the first cloud. I wonder how the first sun was born. I wonder about the first hair on my head. I wonder about the first day of my life. Because you see, we think we see in front of us. We think we see. We have been literally fooled. We don't really quite understand because we haven't paid attention to really how it is that we see. What we see is literally in the back of our heads. All those photons, the billions and billions of photons of light coming into our eyes, they stream in like the river Ganges. It is a vast river of light streaming in, going down the optical nerve into the back of our head, of our brain. And that is where we first see what's in back of us. Then the light comes forward. It is like a light bouncing off a wall inside a dark room. And eventually it comes forward. And pretty soon it hits our frontal cortex and we begin to even think. Like the person behind us. They are in the back of our heads. It is the people of the past that has made it possible for us to exist. It is not us that put ourselves together, not even your mother and your father. It is all the people that have walked and left footprints on this planet that has made it possible for us to have an existence in our given century. We could say it's our time now. I sat here first. It is my time now. And yes, it is our time. And yet we are still looking from the back of our heads. And when you begin to understand not only the physiology, because we're basically dealing with light and sound here, a few sensations here and there, but it's basically light and sound. And we emanate sound not only through our words, but through our songs. And when the light becomes clear, when there's a joy, a happiness, a serenity, and understanding, it becomes clear, even on the surface of our eyes, of what has taken place inside ourselves. How it is we take the sounds in, and how it is we take the light. We are the guardian of everything that we eat. We are the ones that puts the forks and the spoons in our mouth. And we also decide what to see. We also decide what to listen to. We close the doors of what we do not want to hear, and we don't even have to literally think about it. We are the ones that closes the door. We are the ones that decides to blink and when. We are the ones that decides when to turn the head away as not to see. We just don't operate on a linear perspective or linear time. Multidimensionally, we are operating simultaneously, coming from all directions. Our kidneys and spleens and organs are all telling us a little something about ourselves and what is taking place. And even our little toes in our shoes, they're making little signals to us to how in the world we are literally touching this planet Earth, as well as the winds behind us of thought and dreams and the history and the memories that are taking place. So complex and yet so simple we are. And yet all it takes is a very, very simple word, a simple sensation, a little play of light, and all of a sudden you find yourself in love with a moment that is so filled, not only with 15 billion years of existence, but is so filled with rainbows of light that most of us cannot see. We have to wait for a passing rain and a little sunlight to see the rainbows. And yet this rainbow we are. But to dive deep inside to see this rainbow of us inside. Is there a price to pay? Do I have to walk to India? Do I have to walk into books, so many chapters and words and turning pages too? Do I have to be good? For you see, we were already born. We were already given all that we literally need. Just that no one really taught us how. No one really showed us when. All was already done and made. Maybe my next birthday. Maybe when I touch the shores of an island. Maybe when I find myself on a beach inside my mind. And all taking place in the back of our heads and those behind us. That has given us the means to have such an economy and to have a time of peace of no bullets or missiles flying. But why do we continue to shoot the bullets and shoot the missiles with rage and anger and confusion too? It is not the wars outside that can be so devastating to physical buildings and land and take away so many beautiful lives. But mass confusion inside the head has taken away so many people's sanity that the rainbow no longer comes. into that beautiful mind of theirs. We are taught to be independently dependent upon ourselves like our body cells are. And yet we're find some way to have a cohesion within ourselves. And what is this cohesion that we seek? What glue do we need? It is the glue of intelligence. Do we need an IQ of 132? Do we need to say, I am sorry? Do we need to bend a little bit further? It is you that is higher than the mountains. It is you that can stand straighter than a tree. It is you that can bend like grass in the wind. It is you that flows like rivers and streams down mountains all the way to the sea. And it is you that is comprised and put together by all these forces. And all these vast oceans that we find ourselves abound, floating on little boats and big ocean liners too, flying high above the sky like astronauts. And yet we can fly inside our minds, take ourselves into the dreams, and even see the dreamer of dreams inside, ones that even dreamed that we have dreamt before. That is us. And yet all creatures, even those small with many legs, and all creatures with wings, so vast they expand, and all creatures, even two with 2 legs, such as us, we are all nomads, touching a planet, traveling through space so fast it is. In such a short time, actually, our lives are. Who placed you here? And at what moment did you find your feet on a planet traveling through space? Not in Switzerland, not in Germany, not in America, not even in Mexico too. But on a very fragile planet it is. Your grandma does not know, not even your husband or wife. Your priest does not know, not even a book. For that little life spark that lies inside of you, that cannot be created in some chamber to even produce the heat of the sun. For what lies inside each of us, even in all the little creatures too, walking on the earth in the vast oceans too, and those that fly above our heads. And this little beautiful sun, a light with no cause. No cause. It is we that comes down to live on a planet of cause and effect. And even the sun in the sky, it is not a natural light, for it is a light of cause and effect. We receive its nourishment and its rainbows of light. It makes things grow and also decay, such as us. As it is anything that we manufacture or invent, it's all cause and effect. And we grow up with words of our parents of cause and effect, consequences to be punished. Don't say this, oh, that was beautiful, oh, you did a good job. And then when we find ourselves to become the digger deep down inside of ourselves, we look like those who look for diamonds and gold and silver and nickel and magnesium in the earth. We look for cause and effect. And this is where we get lost. This is where we miss the point. We come here not only to experience, but to see just another aspect of existence and the beauty of cause and effect. And either we learn to surf it like the surface on the seas, or we cry and moan and beat ourselves to death. And yet all the materials that has put this planet together, it is all put together by a very tender and loving touch of cause and effect, to give us sleep and wonder, to give us feet that can tire and run and walk, to give us eyes that can be so silent as even to feel. It has given us sounds of cause and effect that can reverberate on every bone in our body. And it has given us so many moments. And why in the world have we forgotten so many too? Are we here to play with memories? Is it us that literally decides what to remember and what not to? And yet we are here to see, to live in the light. And also when the sun goes away and the night comes, when the memories somehow they don't seem to match. We cannot see the walls so clearly, not even the chairs in our bedroom, and not even our feet sometimes. For the beauty of the night takes us inside, but not for memories. For the beauty of the night is designed to take us inside, to see what is it, who is it, who built me brick by brick. And to hear that pounding heart, that beautiful heart that is speaking to us. That our brain, our capillaries, our arteries, our nervous system and all the organs, our feet and our knees and our elbows and shoulders too, for they know the language of our beating heart. And no heart beats like your heart inside of you. As we all walk differently and speak differently, so too does our own heart. Not even a twin can match it, but close. It is you that can only turn on the light inside. Like the beauty of light switches and the beauty of wiring that runs inside walls underneath us and abound our heads. And this wiring lies inside of you. And who in the world wired you anyway? And with all the beautiful switches that we have, there are only 5 great oceans in our universe. And the oceans that we call the seas, that so many rivers, so many little streams run to. And the 7 beautiful oceans that we have claimed, that we try to dominate so. But a much greater ocean lies beneath our feet. And such a vast ocean it is. An ocean that is never still. And the little earthquakes that takes place inside of us, the little gurgling of excitement, the little gurgling of age that we all go through, as it too underneath our feet. And what a vast ocean it is. And the 3rd great ocean lies above the ground, the atmosphere that gives us the breath to live. And what a vast ocean that really is. So invisible you are, but I see you when the trees are wrestling about. I feel you when you're brushing my face and my hair. I know you're there. And here we are fighting about, usually needlessly, for this and for that. Dominate land and others too, and even the goodness of ourself. And here we exist in a phenomenon of 3 great oceans within our grasp. We take brushes and pencils and chalk too, and we even try to paint and take pictures of it so. And we put these pictures and paintings on walls, we make good money from it too, to sell what is given to all. And here, how we try to turn it into a commodity, selling silver and gold and oil too. And yet this is the very nature of these oceans has given us our existence on a planet traveling through space. And the fourth great ocean lies outside the atmosphere of our planet. And what a vast ocean it is. And here we have been educated scientifically, even in the books, even in encyclopedias too, of these four beautiful great oceans. It has helped to put us together brick by brick, birthday candle by birthday candle. And yet it is us that is the fifth great ocean. You see, we have been put together by that, and not just us. It is the fishes too, and the birds that fly in the sky. It is the small little creatures and those that live beneath the ground too. We just think a little bit differently, and even look a little bit differently, and that is all. We are walking mountains, walking streams. Just look inside your bodies. We are walking sunsets and sunrises too. And we're walking thunder with our voice too. We are also walking winds. Of speech and thought. And what do we do with this fifth great ocean? A biological body put together by billions and billions of biological cells to give us the means to smile or frown, or hate or be in disgust. For we cannot do it with one cell, not even 10. It takes billions to smile. What a miracle it is. And to use this brain of ours like the spiders making the webs. And the birds with instruction of generations and generations and generations of how to build the nest. For we have been put together by a vast past, a past that is so, so beautiful. We call it evolution. We call it time that has gone away with the winds. And yet, if there's no presence inside of us, if we find ourselves devoted to the past, in reverie of one's future, where is the one body cell? Devoid of a presence. Yet here you are, in a miracle of 15 billion years on a planet. And here we are, the walking, the fifth great ocean amongst the four. What more do you want? What an appetite our society has taught us to be. What an appetite we have been given. A thirst that can never be quenched. A hunger that never goes away. And yet there it is beneath our feet. And yet there it is, the answers. It's just not in front of us, but behind us. It is also to our left and to our right. It is in our breath. It is in every footstep. It is in our silence, and sometimes in our speech. And to literally capture the moment of a moment that put all this together, you will find yourself in such a heart that all the beating hearts beating in unison with the heart of this earth. For you see, it is your bodies. It is the beauty of your nervous system. It is the beauty of your blood that is born from these four great oceans. What more do you want? We are the loudspeaker, the microphone. We are the cell phones and the landlines too. We are the ones that can create little streams flowing out of the dark winters of ice and snow. And little tears can flow down into the vast oceans of your heart. Life loves life, and we are life. And there's nothing you can do about that. And the glue that literally held these four great oceans, including you, the fifth. And the glue, no doubt, is super glue, called a love that we cannot comprehend, called a love that sometimes we seek and sometimes we hate. A glue of light and sound. What is behind and what is front. What is below and what is above. What is to your left and what is to your right. So, rainbows, I speak to you. Do you decide what color a dress for the day? Do you decide what color of your eyes to be? Do you decide what words to speak? Do you decide when to tear? Do you decide when to be born and when to leave this planet? Do you decide when to lose hope to be quiet. Backtrack. Backtrack. Let yourself backtrack and walk backwards to observe all the footsteps that you have walked. And what led you to this room? What led you into your life? And backtrack, and backtrack. And as you walk backwards, you begin to see billions and billions of footprints and people walking in all directions. And yet you will see and whether you find yourself at the age of 21, maybe even 11, 33, 72, 96, 52, the age of 2, 86, 23, 31, 44, 150, 49, so many footprints. And one, where is it, you will ask? How many kilometers must I walk? How many days must I open up my eyes in the early morning? How many times must I say, I am sorry? When will I open up my eyes? My eye inside of me to see what is it that have put me together. To give me such speech. To give me many moments to turn left or turn right. So, travelers of space, you have come to a most beautiful planet with a round-trip ticket. And half of this ticket you have claimed, and the other half is still in your back pocket. Where are you going to go, nomad? Where are you going to travel to, nomad? For what a beautiful airport and seaport and train station this is. And that's all this planet is. And what are you doing with your time here? Your neighbors may not listen to every word you speak. Your sons and daughters may not listen to every word you speak. Your wives and husbands and grandmas and grandpas and uncles and aunts may not listen to every word you speak. Your best friends may not listen to every word you speak. But when you touch your own heart, you go to speak to whatever has created you, has given you the means to put footprints on a planet traveling through space, has given you lights above, twinkling stars at night, has given you full moons that so many we have missed. That has given you thunder and lightning that takes place inside of you. Touch your own heart. Don't wait for a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Sunday. Don't wait for the 9:30 to come around not even the 2 in the morning. It is you that can touch your own heart. And the loudspeaker and when the tears will run inside, the loudspeaker and the people next to you will not hear, but that voice inside of you will be so loud, it will literally transverse outside this planet. And touch something up there. As you take care of your children, you take care of yourself. As you care and respect your children, you respect yourself. And you will see in time a gentleness like a wind crossing over a beautiful, beautiful time in the springtime. A gentleness rolling through your eyes. And the tone of your voice will change too. Society is not personal. It is not designed to be personal. The earth is personal, as well as the trees, the ants, and the bugs, and the termites. Personal. As well as your little finger, your index finger, your hands, and your feet. Very personal. You think you're you, but yet we are 99.99% biology. We are not an image. We're not a number. We are 99.99% biology. We bleed easily. We hurt easily. Sometimes we wish attention, and sometimes we just want to be alone. Sometimes we wish a kiss, and sometimes we hit. It is only we that can decide. To stay and be an image, whatever image you wish, or what you want people to see yourself to be. Or just be the beauty of biology, put together by 4 vast, beautiful oceans. As it is for every other biological creature, whether you like them or not. It is then that a human being becomes fully human. And not a conqueror of other images roaming about. This beautiful body of yours is not yours. It is a borrowed biology. It is a borrowed body, and you have to give it back to the earth. And like a rented car, take good care of it. It is the driver of your car that has literally driven you every footstep. It is the driver of your car and who you put in your car. What passengers you have in the back seat and next to you. Do you put logic or reason or common sense? Or you put a conqueror next to you? Let yourself drive with sanity and good common sense. Let those be passengers. And one of the most beautiful passenger of all is spontaneity, that we were all born with. But most of us lost it, substituted by reason and profit and gain and logic. And yet, they're so beautiful, each one. And that's the beauty of buses. And the beauty of cause and effect, of logic and reasons. But to reclaim the spontaneity that literally gave us so much clarity and beauty when we were so young. How we became so serious with ourselves. And look what it's done to our faces. when no one is looking. You're lying in your bed at night. Too dark to see, actually. Put your right hand or left hand on your heart. And let yourself be touched by yourself.